Good evening. I would like to call to order East Hempfield Township's public meeting for East Hempfield Township Supervisors. And I would like to ask everybody to rise and join me in a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And now the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So tonight, we actually have a fun meeting. Tonight is a rare opportunity where we can all come together and celebrate one of our own and somebody who has hit an incredible milestone and just a great event and a great evening. And with that, I'm going to turn things over. We have several guests here that are going to speak. And I would ask Senator Malone to come to the podium.
First thing I did was knock the sleeve off. Give me 1 second. Years in IT and I don't know how to use a microphone. All right. It is a real great pleasure to be able to be here. The Senate has a certificate here for Chief Fliss, and I want to read just a bit out of this. Chief Fliss was born October 9th, 1925, and is lauded for dedicating his life to service and leadership. A member of the Pennsylvania State Police for 14 years, he became the first officer of East Hempfield Township, and he became the first chief of police. And under his guidance, he grew out and expanded the department and carried on its relocation to its current facility. His staff and expansion and service to the community is well known. He's also well known for his professionalism. At the time of his retirement of May 1988, he was overseeing 16 police officers and 4 civil staff members. He'd built the foundation of the department that continues to operate today. Over the years, Chief Fliss has proven himself to be an outstanding citizen who exemplifies the finest virtues of American life. He has won the respect of his many family members, friends, neighbors, and acquaintances who have come to know and admire him. And I just want to reiterate that I've been able to see that just in today as people have come up and greeted him and talked about their time with him. So I had the pleasure of meeting Chief Fliss at the centenarian celebration in Masonic Village, I think 2 months ago. I think that's right. And it was a great pleasure then. And so it is a great pleasure to be able to give you this certificate.
At this time, I would like to ask Representatives Tom Jones and Representatives Brett Miller to come to the podium.
Well, it is wonderful. Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me here. And to Senator Malone, Representative Miller, when I became aware of Joseph's 100th birthday. It was obviously a pleasure to be able to come here. Representative Miller reached out to me and informed me that one of my constituents from Masonic Village was turning 100. But then I also know that Representative Miller has known Chief Fliss for several years. And so it is just an honor to be here to honor Chief Fliss. Joseph, happy birthday, happy 100th birthday, and incredible accomplishment to live so many wonderful years. Obviously a blessing to your family, but even, a blessing to this community. I heard that you became you were a police officer here since 1990, started the department here in 1990, is that correct? And in 1990, I was 16 years old, okay? I was 16 years old, and I grew up down here in Columbia. And when I was 16, we moved up to Maytown, where I live now, not far from where you live outside of Elizabethtown. So it's an honor to represent you and our community in Harrisburg as state representative. And with that, I just want to say thank you for having me. Happy birthday. And I'd like to turn the microphone over to Representative Miller.
Thank you, Representative Jones. And this is a good day, as Chairman Wigglesworth said. This is a very good day and a cause for celebration. As Representative Jones and I said, he and I both co-authored this citation on behalf of the House of Representatives in special recognition of you, sir. And so before I get into the citation, I want to say a few things. You know, when we build a house, you build a foundation. And then upon the foundation, you build the rest of the house. And you, sir, were the foundation of the East Hempfield Township Police Department. And we've had five, our current chief right now is continuing that building, but it all started because of you and what you built here in the township. And as a township supervisor, I was privileged to serve here as well. I know Representative Jones as well served as a township supervisor in his community. There's many things that we get involved with, but one of the most important things that we're involved with is the safety of the citizens. And you were an integral part of laying that foundation so that the citizens of this community could be safe and prosperous. And so that cannot be underestimated. And the appreciation that I have and the people of this community have is immense. And it's a tribute to you and all that you've done. And so I want to read this citation on behalf of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Whereas the House of Representatives of Pennsylvania is always pleased to recognize those individuals who through their wisdom and experience have contributed to the enrichment and betterment of succeeding generations. And you have been part of allowing us to have the betterment and the succeeding generations. Whereas Joseph Fliss is being congratulated upon the momentous occasion of his 100th birthday. I want to add here, you know, the scriptures talk about how people will live 80 years. And if by strength, 80 years. You have lived 50. And that tells me that you have some strength within you. So, whereas born in Minersville on October 9th, 1925, Mr. Fliss has demonstrated the highest ideals of citizenship throughout the years and truly deserves special recognition. He served this country with honor and distinction as a military police officer in the United States Army Air Forces from 1943 to 1951, and then began a career with the Pennsylvania State Police. After 14 years of distinguished service, Mr. Fliss became the first police officer in the history of East Hempfield Township in 1963, subsequently becoming the first chief of police of East Hempfield Township in 1964. He continued to serve residents of East Hempfield Township with distinction for 25 years until his retirement. Mr. Fliss has been an outstanding public servant, serving his community, his church, and his family. The beloved husband of Nellie Fliss for 60 years prior to her passing, he is the proud father of 2 children and also has been blessed with 4 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. Now, therefore, the House of Representatives of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania pays tribute to Joseph Fliss upon the joyous celebration of his 100th birthday, notes with appreciation that he has generously contributed to the well-being of others, and offers best wishes for every future happiness, and directs that a copy of this citation sponsored by Representative Tom Jones and me, Brett R. Miller, on September 17th be transmitted to you, Joseph Fliss. And I want to show a picture here. You could see here in our citation, we have a photo of the House of Representatives. And Representative Jones and I sit next to each other on the House floor, right about there. And so on behalf of the 64,000 people of Representative Jones' district, the 64,000 people of the 41st Legislative District, the 25,000 people of East Hempfield Township, and because this citation comes from the House, the 13 million people represented in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania say to you, happy birthday. One more thing. I didn't bake a cake, but there is a cake back there. It says, happy birthday, 100th, Mr. Fliss. So congratulations.
Chief Fliss, I'm not sure if you're aware, I'm also a former Pennsylvania State Trooper. And it's okay. And I just want to congratulate you. I don't think I can add any more. And being a former state trooper, I feel like you don't want to hear from us. You want to hear from maybe one of your own. But before I turn it over to Chief Brubaker, I just want to congratulate you on a life well lived and a legacy that you have created. So with that, I thank you, and I'm going to turn things over to Chief Brubaker.
I realize that some of my comments tonight might be a little redundant to the excellent speeches that we've already heard, but tonight we gather for a very special occasion, one that goes beyond township business and touches the heart of our community in East Hempfield Township. We're here to honor a man whose life is a remarkable story of service, faith, family, and legacy. Born in Minersville, Pennsylvania in 1925, Joseph Fliss has lived throughout a full century of history. He served his nation with honor as a military policeman in the United States Army Air Forces during and after World War II. He went on to dedicate 14 years of service to the Pennsylvania State Police, and in 1963, he made history here in East Hempfield Township as our very first police officer. Just a year later, he became our first chief of police, laying the foundation for the professional and progressive department that we know today. But Chief Fliss's history is not only about uniforms and duty, it's also about family, faith, and community. A devoted husband, father, grandfather, and great-grandfather, his legacy lives on through generations that follow him. A man of faith, he found strength in his worship at St. Leo's and St. Philip Catholic churches here in Lancaster County. On October 9th, 2025, Joseph Fliss celebrated his 100th birthday. Tonight it is our privilege to recognize his extraordinary milestone and the lasting contributions of a man who has given so much to his country, his community, his church, and his family. Happy birthday, Chief. You're welcome.
At this time, I'm seeking a motion to adopt Township Resolution 2025 of the Board of Supervisors of East Hempfield Township for Chief Joseph Fliss and present the resolution to him this evening.
So moved.
A motion for Mr. Bennett. Is there a second?
Second.
Second for Mr. Johnson. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Chief, would you join me in presenting our?
All right, everyone up here and say cheese. Or Flip.
Us here and giving us a few minutes. Tonight was a great meeting, and it was great to see some old faces reunite and celebrate a great milestone. We're going to reconvene our meeting. It is 7:42. At this point, our next item up for business is the consent agenda. The consent agenda is routine items that typically require very little discussion or debate. From the board, is there any comments or questions on the consent agenda this evening?
None.
No.
Okay. Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda items A through E?
So moved.
Okay, motion for Mr. Bennett. Is there a second?
Second.
Second for Mr. Russell. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries 4-0. Thank you. We have no action items up this evening. We're going to go to old business. We have two items under old business. The fire emergency services, we've been talking about that, and we've decided to keep that under old business just to make sure that the residents, when they tune in, understand that we have rising costs of these services that are going to greatly affect the township budget in years to come. And then also we have the 250th anniversary planning, trying to recruit people to take part in the committee for that celebration next year. So we'll start with the Fire Emergency Services EMS. Is there anything new to be added from the board on this discussion?
No.
Okay, none for me. Any questions or comments from the audience on this item under old business? Any from Zoom? Okay. For the 250th anniversary of the United States, is there anything that we're going to add tonight for this item?
Nothing formal. I've had discussions with groups of people, from the high school and things like that, but nothing to announce yet.
The only thing I'd like to comment on is I'd like to urge the residents in the community to become active in this effort. It's the 250th anniversary of our country is a important milestone, and just like everyone to consider contributing in some way, shape, or form. We did have a meeting recently. The turnout was not that good or great, but we are slowly moving the needle forward, albeit somewhat slower than I would like, but it is what it is. Okay, but again, we encourage all the residents in the township to get involved with this. Go to our website, make contact with either, I guess, myself or Bob, and we'll be glad to bring you in the loop on it. Thank you.
And I would just add to that, this is one of those rare things they're very rare these days that bring us together. Just like tonight, we were able to celebrate the chief's 100th birthday. And my hope is that we're going to be able to celebrate the 250th anniversary of the United States together as a group. And I would echo Mr. Bennett's comments about, please, if you are interested, this will be here before you know it. And if you're interested in serving, we would love to have you. If you could reach out to our township staff, manager, call into the township, we will put you to work. We will find something for you to help with, and we can use all the help that we can get. So just want to encourage those that are thinking about volunteering, please get off the fence and come join us. Let's make this a great, great celebration for East Hempfield. I'm going to move on to new business at this time. Do we have any new business to bring up? Okay.
No.
Hearing none. Traffic Commission, we had a Traffic Commission meeting. There was really nothing new that was discussed, no items of relevance for this meeting. Public comment. Is there anyone here tonight that would like to make public comment? Okay. Seeing none. Anyone from Zoom that would like to speak? Okay. Hearing none, we're going to go to the manager's report.
So Center Hill Road South, of course, is essentially completed. We do have a dedication ceremony that PennDOT is putting together that the township is invited to. That's be November 3rd at 10 a.m. I don't know the exact location yet.
We don't have property owner confirmation yet.
Okay,
so.
all right, so we're working on that. So November 3rd at 10. Route 72 in Lidditz Road, as you're all aware, that signal has been activated as of 9/4, and we are working on closing out that contract. The zoning hearing board meeting for the Colebrook Validity Challenge was held on Monday evening. The zoning hearing board granted several variances to Colebrook Apartments so that they are able to move forward with their project. The Dairy Road Bridge, I believe, started today. It's going to be off and on down to one lane, never fully closed for an extended period of time, and that project should take about 16 weeks to complete. Nothing really new on the Noldora Park other than that it has been paved, and we anticipate an opening of that parking lot and playground sometime mid-November. The Recreation Authority hasn't moved forward yet on regarding their financial consultant for their project for the Pro Shop, so that's at hold until their October meeting. And if you're not aware, the Dream Park is closed for the next 2 weeks. We're in the process of replacing that rubber material on the surface. Should be about 2 weeks, and that should be all brand new and shiny. I did want to let the board know that there was an appeal filed for the neighbors, on behalf of the neighbors of 733 Dorcia Road regarding the easement, driveway easement that was approved by the board, I believe, 2 meetings ago. So that's in the process of the legal courts. Nisley Road Basin, the project is essentially completed. We are going to put in a check valve to assist in draining that basin more thoroughly. We're still waiting for a couple of grants to come through. That's all my report unless there's questions. I do want to remind that we do have a budget meeting on Tuesday, October 21st, starting at 4:30 here at the township.
Any questions on the manager's report from the board?
Good.
No.
Hearing none. Any comments or questions from the audience on the manager's report? Any from Zoom? Okay. Mr. Bennett?
Yes, for the record and for the meeting minute purposes, I'd like to recognize Tommy Bennett, the other Tommy Bennett in the room tonight. Okay? Tommy's a student at Shippensburg University. He's there he's here tonight to get some extra credit. Hopefully he was found things enthralling, as he usually does. But I just wanted to welcome he and my son Chad. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anything else for the good of the order this evening? Okay. Hearing none, we will adjourn our meeting at 7:51. Thank you.